Hey, welcome back for our last part of our depth gauge. Now, this is going to be the handle, the part we're going to actually hold on to. I'm thinking we're going to do this as revolution. So I'm going to go in here like we always do, start on a sketch, but instead of normal, I'm actually going to go to a different plane than I normally do. I'm using the YZ plane, just so that I end up on a different plane than I normally do, just so we line up on a few things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this line right here. I'm just going to put it on. I'm going to pan over a little bit. Just hold my mouse wheel down, pan it around. So I can go like this and say this line right here is now a center line. So it should be plenty long. I'm going to put a dimension on it just to stretch it. Right now I'm going to make that like 3.5 inches. Boom. And so it's stretched. Then I'm going to remove the dimension just so it's stretched out where I need it to be. Now, next I'm going to do a line, and now I'm staying off of my center lines. I'm just going to make roughly the shape of the profile, I should say, of my part here. So I'm going to go like this, bring it up a little bit, come in a little ways. That's going to be where the recess is. Got to have a shoulder here, bring it back, maybe 45 it down there. Even with that, we'll figure that one out. Actually, let's not do that. Control Z. I want that line to go away. We'll use a chamfer in a minute to do that. So we'll just bring that in straight down to here, over like so, back up, and again we'll use the chamfer command to make that straight, bring it out here, and close it off. Now, all I've done is I've made roughly the right shape. Now let's put some dimensions on here to control this. So this is where my rod's going to go through. So I'm going to make that 0.30. Okay. Overall diameter of the thing, good question. So I got to make it big enough to hold on to, but not so big that it's going to be awkward to hold on to. Let's go with about 0.4375. Okay, that should work. Now the shaft itself, let's make that about 5. Yeah, 5/16 will work. 0.3125. Okay, and then let's see the shoulder. Shoulder needs to be a little bit thicker. Let's make it even with the handle. Okay, make that 0.4375. And then the last piece, this is the part that threads into the top. I put the wrong dimension on. Part that's going to have the thread on it that goes into my top of my part. Okay, come on, light me today. There we go. This is going to be the part that plugs in up there, and I made my hole up there 5/16. So I probably ought to do the same here, 0.3125 or 5/16 of an inch. Now, dimensions length. Handle from end to end, let's make it even 3. It's 2.9 now. Part I'm going to hold on to, let's make that 1.4375. A little longer than, some have it, not as long as others. This right here, I made my depth 0.375 on that hole. So I'm going to use that for my depth there. I'm going to set this to be 5/16. So 5/16. It understands it either way. I can type it in as a decimal or a fraction. This is what's left over now. I'm not going to get too upset about that. The only thing I have left to do now is revolve this. So I can go finish my sketch here. I'm going to get it so it's all on my screen. And I'm going to revolve this. So revolve. Everybody knows it's there. So the profile, it's got to revolve. Full revolve. There we go. Now I'm going to do some edits on this chamfer. Let's make a chamfer right there of, say, let's make it an 8. It doesn't want to let me do it on the outside corner, so we'll do it on the inside corner. So we'll make that an 1/8 inch. Isn't it? There was my problem. I was trying to make it too big. It's more of a 1/16 of an inch gap. We'll do the same thing over here. Chamfer. I'm going to do that on that inside edge this time. Yep, that'll work better. And on that back end of the handle, just to take some of the roughness off of it. Don't want any fillets on this. I could have filleted the back end, but it'd be easier to chamfer on the lathe. Other than that, I just got to knurl it and put some thread on. So let's start out here. I'm going to put a very small chamfer of, say, 0.03125. So it's a 32nd inch right there. I'm going to put some thread out here on this, and my thread for my hole was a 24 UNF, 5/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go, I don't want, yeah, let's go 24 UN fine. Okay, apply that. And then this right here, I don't want to thread that. I want knurling on that surface. So we're going to make this thing steel. Let's make it stainless steel, if we want to. Stainless steel. And I'm going to go right here on this surface. And we're going to make that knurled. The knurled starts with a K, so we got to find it up here. Okay. Let's see if it's even here. Metal, copper, metal, marble, marble, mahogany. Knurled. Yeah, you can't even tell. All right. So anyway, so it's got a knurled surface on there. That's it. That's all there is. Thanks. We'll start assembly in just a minute.